Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But a brand new word from our sponsor. Check it.
Mr. Lopez, how are you?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Well, after that great phone interview, this is kind of just a formality. We're really excited to have you aboard. Just wanted to get to know you. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I like to be active. I like to do boxing, a little bit of kickboxing as well, some jiu-jitsu. I like to go on hikes with my dog. Just about anything. Swimming. Want, 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 want.
Sorry. What were you saying?
I like to want, kick, want. My dog.
Wait, what? That's awful! Get out of here! You cannot work here.
Wait,
Out!
why?
Go!
Why? Come on!
Security! Get him out of here!
This is unbelievable.
Disgusting.
Guys, you only get one chance at a first impression. Make sure it's a good one. It's time to level up your groom game with the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear trimmer. Get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com/Angry Joe Show.
That's gross. Is that what you call a mustache? It was like half a mustache. You just had like...
It's been a while. It's been
Joe
a while.
mustache. Get that taken care of with this brand new updated product, the Weed Whacker 2.0. Guys, click those links down below for some % off. Also, make sure to watch our first video. This is one of two. And let's figure out what the hell else happened in gaming over the last week. Alex.
Well, Google axed another service. They like to do this in the gaming industry because it's not been going well. So when they shut down Stadia, they said that the company was going to keep the tech alive in the form of an immersive stream for games, which it was going to license out to other companies and let people play their games online and just let people kind of have that technology. Well, they decided they had enough of that shit, and they're not going to do that either. And so, if you were working on one of those things, you probably found out via these reports because Google doesn't like to tell anyone they're working with
Secrets.
like they
it's
did,
gone.
like with Stadia games. But I imagine if you're working on something for Google, you probably knew this was coming anyway.
Okay.
The director of game industry solutions at Google Cloud said, "We're not offering that streaming option anymore because it was tied to Stadia itself. So unfortunately, we decided to not move forward with Stadia. That sort of business-to-business offering could no longer be offered as well." So
when something's canceled, motherfucking shit is canceled.
Yeah.
And almost everything related to it. They're not going to keep around a staff and a skeleton crew to do this and that.
yeah. The problem is they did say that they were going to, and it's just like
We knew.
I didn't
We
believe
knew.
them.
yeah.
We knew.
I mean, I
It's not
believed
gonna
them in the
sustain.
sense that maybe they'll hold on to it and then sell it to somebody or do something like that. But it's surprising that they're like, no, we're not going to
Yeah,
keep it.
we developed all this stuff. We're just going to throw it away. All right, we got some news from Take2. They are going to be laying off a bunch of people. And they said that they're going to make the cuts to better align our organization with our long-term priorities. They just said that they've got a lot of stuff that they need to do, to prep for all the stuff coming forward.
Yeah, they need fewer employees.
Yeah,
for
it's
that
like there's
big
a lot of
releases
stuff coming.
out.
It's like, so
Yeah.
you're gonna overwork the other ones?
So they also said on top of this, outside of the U.S., we have begun procedures in compliance with local law that we anticipate may result in similar reductions. Take-Two has experienced exponential growth in recent years, and we are taking these necessary steps to position the company for another experience of success. Their quarterly revenue is $1.4 billion, a 56% year-over-year increase.
Increase, 57% increase.
So when you're making that
Jesus.
much money, you have to lay people off. You just
Yeah.
have to. And
They're making more money
Not the top,
year
though.
over year.
Not the top.
They didn't even release much.
Well, so if you fire some people at the bottom, the money can go more towards the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
And
So
so
there you go.
it's just business. And so that's
Tale as
that's
old
what's-
as time.
Yeah. So it's really sorry for the people that are going to
Awesome.
be losing their jobs. Hopefully you find
Awesome.
something pretty quick. But just a reminder that Take-Two, they suck.
Yeah.
And they do shit like that.
They do. The business side, Take-Two sucks. But they have a lot of really cool properties, including the 2K series, NFL, which doesn't exist anymore. I don't know how the basketball Joe knows that. I don't know that shit. We all know they do some stupid
Yeah,
shit.
that's terrible.
And then the Firaxis and that XCOM kind of stuff. But then obviously your Grand Theft Auto. That's the heavy hitter, right? So we'll see. They probably going to hire people on closer to that game's release, maybe to deal with the online experience and Q&A. I'm not sure.
Then
so
fire them after that.
obviously, yeah, pretty much. You know how these things are in the game industry. They fluctuate wildly, and that's why it's rough on a person who wants to get a job in the industry. You have to expect the axe to come at any moment. That's not really a way to work.
We got some news from Meta this week that they are going to be dropping the price of some of the Quest lines. So the Quest Pro, which launched at $1,500, is now going to sell for $1,000. And the Quest 2, which originally was released for $400, got bumped up to $500, is now going to be back at a lower $430. So they're really trying to get people in there.
They're like
$500 off is a lot.
That's a lot. That's like, please make this work. We're burning money, and what if we burned a little more money? Will that convince you? We're gonna see how well this is. It's gonna be interesting coming up. They've delayed their MetaQuest Pro 2. That's delayed, maybe not canceled, but it's just pushed off. MetaQuest 3 is gonna be big. Is it going to work for them? Are they going to sell a bunch of them? That is the immediate future for that company. So in the meantime, before that launch, they're going to try to sell off as much of their old stock as possible. And so you've got your price cuts on these types of headsets.
Now, according to Wall Street Journal,
after a price increase, by the way, don't forget.
Yeah.
Everyone went up. And
Can you imagine if someone bought after the price increase and they're like, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah.
But the Wall Street Journal says that their Meta headsets shipments sank 90% over the holiday quarter, which you'd think would go up a lot. But people are just, there's not, what are you going to do with it, right?
Exactly.
Like, what games are you going to play?
There's no games.
You're going to play a sad fucking mobile game where you got a bow or you're trying to put out a VR fire. And it's just like they need to make.
Sure about.
I mean, some of the VR games are super sweet and I really enjoy them.
Yeah.
But most of them on there, the little apps that come with all these things are garbage.
Yeah.
And so.
You climb the same mountain face for 4 hours, 6 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Meta's division, their revenues dropped, not so surprisingly, to $2.16 billion. But the losses hit $13.7 billion. So that's not good for the quarter. The quarter, by the way, that's just the quarter. That's just a couple months that they lost $13.7 billion. So we'll have to see. We know that a new generation of headsets is coming out. Meta, we talked about that last week. So. Yeah. I don't know. Give me the games, and then we'll.
Yeah, games. Yeah. Where the games at? Where the games? Where my games go? That's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That always in my head when motherfucker gets his game stolen. Where the games at? Oh, that's the best.
Epic has rolled out a self-publishing tool for developers in the Epic Game Store. They're just further trying to get in there, letting smaller game companies self-publish, that they don't need a lot of help from someone else. They don't want to give up a lot of the profits, and they don't necessarily need, Epic has come in and helped some people in the past. So Tim Sweeney's just doing everything he can to make you use Epic Game Store. I still don't want to use it. It still doesn't work super well. And I have problems with Steam a lot.
I just hate switching between. Yeah. I hate having 9 programs in my goddamn task fucking bar. God damn it. And then I realize one game is out on one, and then another game is not out on the other one, or one game was free on the other one. I bought that goddamn thing on the other. God damn it.
Microsoft has also proposed exactly what we thought that they were going to propose in the UK, saying, fine, we will offer you some concessions. They have suggested content and cloud licensing agreements to ensure Activision games remain on other platforms and service for long periods of time, which is what everyone told them they should have done in the first place. But they're now doing that, so we'll just have to see if the regulators over there will allow the Activision purchase to go through. They already did it with Switch, saying, Call of Duty will always be able to play them on whatever Nintendo thing will poorly run the Call of Duty. But PlayStation was the big one. PlayStation execs are still saying that if Xbox takes Activision, it will severely, irreparably harm the gaming industry, and there's no way, and it would be super bad
when they do it.
But when they do it, it's fine because Ghost of Tsushima.
When we do it, it's fine. When they do it, bad.
Yeah. So
annoying, but whatever. Just get this shit over
Just
with.
get it done.
God
It's
damn it.
gonna be
Here's
all
what I
gone.
thought. Microsoft should have put. I mean, they're going to get resistance from Sony always, no matter what. But if they put more of a front face where, don't worry, here, we're going to do all this stuff, but lie through their motherfucking teeth, because lawyers, legal, and you don't have to do what you say you're going to do through legal loopholes. That's the way I thought they were going to do it. But they try to get away with it because they don't want to get sued, right? Because they don't want to like have stipulations by fucking written in writing. And so that's what all this is about, is they don't really want to commit, but if they have to commit and Sony's still blocking them, then fine, we're going to commit, we're going to put it and write it, but we're going to make it as, legalese as possible so that we can maybe get out from under it in 10, 20 years, because these are long investments for these companies. They know gaming industry is always going to be there. When we're dead and gone, there's going to be a new generation of people that are buying games and that fill our slot, and then so they got to prepare for that.
This week, we also got announced that the Suicide Squad game that was originally supposed to come out in May 26th, has now been pushed back to later in 2023.
Because everyone hates it, right?
Yeah, that's what everybody told me, Joe. Like all the fucking thumbnails are on YouTube.
I saw the downvotes on it.
They fucking pushed the game back because everybody was mad at it.
Yes.
And I was like,
No, let me. So you're thinking that this company who spent years working on it is going to delay this game a couple months and they're just going to remove all the live service shit?
yeah.
No.
Like 3 months, it's like, hey, it's all better now. It's a completely different game.
But what happened is people read the headline of the Bloomberg article and then they didn't read the article. And according to Bloomberg, the delay was not prompted by that reaction. However, it was simply to give time to developers to address bugs and
She was broken.
Yeah, they're going to improve. They're going to polish the game. They're not removing any of the live service elements. They're not doing
They're
this
going to
because
polish the turd even
too
more.
late.
Yeah. They're not doing it because of that, and so this is not. Oh, they're taking out the battle pass. They're not.
They're
it's
going to make it better. No, a lot of this is probably work that needed to be done 2 months prior. And that's why you have these delays, because they're behind. So this is work that was already in the pipeline.
Yeah. So if you are expecting to not be a crazy looter shooter where all of the guns are the same across all of the goddamn characters and Harley Quinn's not
Sorry
using
to disappoint.
Yeah, that is not what is happening here. They're just going to make it so that things are more polished and run a little bit smoother, because even in the videos that they were showing, people were pointing out little things. It's like, oh man, that looks weird here, that doesn't quite look right.
Yeah, we got to shoot those purple things.
Shoot
right?
the
canker sores, Joe.
Yeah,
you
the
canker
purple
sore the
things.
video game.
You got to shoot them because they're
Got
glowing.
to make them more purple. 3-month delay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
All right. Well, give me some good news, OJ.
Well, if you go to KFC, they're giving away Diablo 4 beta access codes with the purchase of a Double Down sandwich.
I know what we're going for lunch today. Is that available today? I will eat 5 Double Downs.
We got to go get it.
Gross.
Check it out. Yeah. This is the Colonel Sanders comes to the rescue once again for those who don't feel like pre-ordering the game. You can get yourself a Double Down.
Look, I love me some KFC, but every fucking time I go there, it's old, stale, and fucking disgusting.
Soggy.
And soggy.
It's like mush on the outside of the chicken.
And so I can't imagine what the Double Downs are like.
But you got to
it's
order it
got
through the KFC app
What
or
is
the
the Double
website,
Down?
though.
It's the 2 meat
The 2
patties.
meat patties.
with
and
ham and like the mayo sauce in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't like mayo. And is it cheese? Maybe. What is that? Bacon in the middle
Yeah,
too?
there's bacon in
Jesus
it. Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Christ, man. Trying to kill us.
Wait, what do I get for
Trying to
eating 5 of
kill
them?
us.
Other than diabetes?
I don't know.
A beta code?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Beta access with the purchase of it. Oh, was this a joke? Is that really happening?
That's
I
okay.
thought the Double Down was gone. So the Double Down's back?
I guess so.
That's KFC themselves. Buff up your gameplay. Beta access now. Double Down. Good luck, heroes. Yeah, good luck eating that shit.
You're like, oh god, I don't
Like
feel good now.
feeling all right afterwards.
I'm not kidding. I will. Let's go. I will eat one. I already pre-ordered because I'm dumb. Because I want to play Diablo. I've been playing a ton of Even 3 with
I
people in
just
the
said the
community.
sandwiches, they're not that good. They're
No.
not as good as or
Popeye.
Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, but, I guess I'll give it a shot, but that's exactly what they want.
Exactly. I don't think I've ever had it.
No,
You never had a Double Down?
No,
I had it like once or twice, and then I was like, this isn't that great. And then I just stopped.
Okay.
Because, it's all about the dark meat.
Then that's what's going to happen.
The dark meat's better anyway.
Wait, that's chicken, what is it?
Chicken breast, I think.
What?
They
Okay.
should be chicken breast.
Yeah, that's not.
Yep. Chicken breast.
Love me to dark meat.
So there you go. That's some
I
goodies.
got some stuff. Let's see. So I've got the new Lord of the Rings Golem trailer is out. I thought this game kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Now it's back. And this shows off Golem in his younger emo days.
With his
That's
weird
the way
hair.
his design looks. He's like a goth kid. And yeah, I don't know. It looks a little better, but when they show some of the supporting cast, and so you see their interpretations of Gandalf and I think one of the kings of the elves of the Mirkwood or something, and these guys are just looking funky as hell and not what you're used to. And you know, this is Nacon, which acquired this company way back in 2007, and you know, they're creating small, medium games. This is like their biggest licensed franchise thing, so they're putting a lot into it, and we'll see. We'll see how it ends up. It could actually be a touching story. The trailer, honestly, the way they do the music, the way it seems like you got the Golem Smeagol and sort of obviously you play Golem, so they're probably going to try to pull at your heartstrings that he's a villain, but not a villain, but a good guy, but not a good guy.
He's
you know,
tortured.
so
He's been abused.
Exactly. So we'll see if they can capitalize off the Lord of the Rings. I know lately it hasn't really been great with the Amazon TV series, but it has been on people's mind. I bought a bunch of tabletop Lord of the Rings stuff, still haven't had a chance to play. WB recently announced they're going to be making some new Lord of the Rings movies. I don't know how I feel about that. So as long as they get the right team for it, I just have to know what the concept is, the story, right? Well, we know what the story for this one is. It's Golem and Golem's adventures. So I'm willing to play, but
Yeah.
it definitely looks funky, and I can understand people's apprehension
Yeah,
to
I'm
it,
not
a
excited
little
for it,
hesitation.
but
Not excited
play
for
for
it,
it.
but it could end up being a hidden gem, or one of their biggest piles of shit ever, and really hurts their company. Because when that smaller company puts a lot into it and they get a lot of license, you would think they're going to do the best they can. And honestly, from the trailer, it looks like that's what they're trying to do, the best they fucking can.
It worked with Hogwarts. It could work with Golem, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Hogwarts Avalanche was, I think they have a little bit more of a history than these guys, but we'll see. So that's that. Also, if you're into heavy metal like I am, Metal Hellsinger, which unfortunately I never got to review. Maybe we should try to get this thing played on stream so I can get
played it?
copyright
Who played on
claim.
stream, yeah?
That's me.
Oh yeah. We are claimed. It got
terrible.
completely muted.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Got completely
Is it
muted.
going with the rhythm? There's silence.
Right. So you have to play this one in our private time, basically.
Yeah.
They're doing a new DLC, Dream of the Beast, with two bands I recognize. Lacuna Coil. These are singers that weren't in the original. So Lacuna Coil, Christina from Lacuna Coil, and Lorna Shore. Will Ramos, which that's what he looks like. I don't know what the Lorna Shore guys look like, but I like some of their songs. I honestly don't give a shit what they look like. I like some of the songs. So they're going to add 2 new original songs. I'm curious what if it's going to have that Lorna Shore feel to it or the Lacuna Coil feel. So
Yeah, it was really cool when the
Metal
music's
Hellsinger's
playing.
good.
Yeah.
But when OJ was playing, there wasn't a whole lot of music because you have to be doing really well,
You
and then
have
the
to
music,
kill
and then
things.
music shows, and when you're shooting off rhythm, but he had a lot of training in Hi-Fi Rush, and he was actually really good at Hi-Fi Rush. So I don't know. Maybe this can be the
It's like
redemption.
I'm off and on.
Yeah.
It's just- I'm inconsistent. What can I say?
Yeah. But cool game. Definitely check that
Yeah,
out.
cool game. These are little, more well-known metal bands, and they get hate for oh, this is stupid. It's like, hey man, they got some good songs too. They may not be the hardcore underground metal that you and me know. It's like, oh, I know these bands you don't know. It's like, those are cool and all, but I got to give respect to everybody within the metal
If you're
community.
too far under fucking ground, how are they supposed to find you? All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. All right. So that's it. That's all I got.
KFC
Yes,
it
sir.
is?
KFC it is later on.
Yeah. You ready for some indigestion?
No, I don't.
No.
want to. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you to Manscaped, and brand new product. Check it out. We got a discount in the link below. And watch episode 1 as well. And we've got the review, the last episode for The Last of Us coming up. And I think some trailer reactions this week. So thank you so much. And we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.